Welcome back to Young Tripp Reactions. The next video we're going to do is a man calls the police on a man taking his daughter to the restroom. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, join the Young Tripp family. If you have any videos that you run across that you want to hear me react to on the channel, post it in my community tab or send it to me over through direct message over on Instagram. If you have anything personally going on, similar to the stuff you've seen on my channel, you know, any serious like police incidents or anything absolutely insane that you or your family or somebody you know is going through, and they want some more media coverage and activists or somebody like that, more activists for people to jump on it. Any situations involving you or somebody you know or any relatives, send that to me through direct message over on Instagram. Also, come follow me over on Instagram because I post over there as well too. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and join the Young Tripp family. And let's get into this.
A man calls cops on a father for taking his daughter into the restroom. Here's the video, and we have some background.
There is a man with his two little girls using the women's bathroom. Wash your hands, baby. He's washing his hands with his daughters right now.
This father, Tyler Brodsky, had the police called on him after he took his two young daughters into an empty women's restroom. As Brodsky was helping the girls, he says a man came in and started yelling at them, demanding that Brodsky leave the bathroom because he's a man. The man then called the police. I spoke with Brodsky, who says that he was in shock that a bathroom break on his way back to Oklahoma turned into a situation where he feared for his family's safety.
We were still in the stalls when this man comes in and starts yelling at us and demanding that we leave, that I had no right being in there, that his wife and his mother-in-law needed to use the restroom, but they were scared that I was in there.
She is waiting to use the restroom with her mother, who is very ill.
Wash your hands.
And who is on oxygen.
It's okay. I'm not just immature.
And he's refusing, he's taking his sweet time.
I had two girls washing their hands. I didn't want to escalate things, so I just did my best to stay calm and, you know, get their hands clean.
Great shirt. You can video me, okay? And you got a
Don't put your hands on me.
Yeah, well, stop videoing me.
Yeah, he just put his hands on me.
I touched you. I brushed you on the shirt.
That's still touching.
Yeah, that's
Don't put your
ridiculous.
hands on me.
That's ridiculous.
I got it on video. I'm grateful that the QuikTrip manager was in there, Melissa. She got in between it.
Ridiculous, man.
I'm so sorry. It's okay. I'm glad that she was there because, you know, I'm a dad with two girls and somebody's there making my daughters cry like that, scaring them. I had to really control my temper. I've been getting a lot of support. A lot of moms, women out there all agreeing that I should have taken them into the women's restroom, you know, stating that taking them into the men's restroom would have been worse.
Put it up for a mass.
Put it up for a mass.
This is not the first time it has happened. It will not be the last time. As a matter of fact, sometimes you go to a public restroom location. If one restroom is occupied and the only one open happens to be that of the opposite gender orientation, the manager of the facility would say, just use that one. Just lock the door behind you, et cetera, et cetera. Over 90% of public restrooms actually are not gender-based. These public facilities rely on the good faith of individual adults to make appropriate decisions. And many public locations, they have started developing a third bathroom option just for situations like this. They will call it the family restroom. All right? So a routine road trip, which sometimes includes a QuikTrip gas station stop, became an unexpected controversy. This happened in the state of Alabama for a father on the road trip.
In Alabama, of all places. So, yeah. Absolutely just flipping out because a man. What did you want him to do? What did you want him to do with his two young daughters? Excuse me. What did you want him to do? Take them into the men's restroom and make them even feel uncomfortable? He's not going to make his daughters feel uncomfortable because you felt uncomfortable because he went in there. And I'm sure he probably was telling you, just one moment, let me get my daughters situated, and then I'll get out with my kids. And then, your mother-in-law and wife can come in and go to the bathroom. Just let me wash my kids' hands, get them out of the bathroom, and then your wife and her mother can come in. Instead, he just wanted to flip out because you were in there. Because we haven't even seen any video of him videotaping his wife and mother-in-law outside. We just see him complaining. So I want to know, what did you want this man to do? Also, you guys in my comments, let me know what y'all think about what this father did. I just think that he did the right thing. It would have been more uncomfortable for his kids to go in the men's restroom, and I wouldn't take my daughters in no men's restroom. So, no, I'm not. I wouldn't make my daughters feel uncomfortable like that. Heck no. But again, let me know what y'all think, and let's continue.
With his two, became an unexpected controversy. This happened in the state of Alabama for a father on a road trip with his two young daughters. Tyler Brodsky shared with his followers that he had brought his daughters into the empty women's bathroom, not feeling safe bringing the young girls into the men's restroom. Quote,
facts, like I already said. Let's continue.
The women's restroom was empty. Daughters into the empty women's bathroom, not feeling safe bringing the young girls into the men's restroom. Quote, the women's restroom was empty, so I took them in. I'd rather do that than bring two little girls into a men's bathroom full of grown men and dirty stalls. the dad said, and the stalls are really dirty, guys. All right, just.
Absolutely, and he isn't lying, and Rashad ain't lying. Let's continue.
So you understand. Man and dirty stalls. the dad said, and the stalls are really dirty, guys. All right, just so you understand. All right, so the ironic thing to me, outside of the obvious irony, is the fact that it's a male who barges into the female bathroom, the women's bathroom, to check the male who has two young daughters. If you have daughters, I have a daughter, okay? If you are a father, especially if you have a daughter, what you would probably do in that situation, if you have a heart, is okay, I'm going to just make sure that I stand at the door so nobody walks in on you. And if there's a woman that tries to come in, I will alert them that you're inside with your two girls and you'll be out in a moment. I understand. I'm a father myself. Something simple like that. It would at least show you your humanity. Okay? Very simple. But calling 911, well, that's absurd. It's not a crime.
No.
Because you don't have a bathroom law. Not like that. You do it in some states, by the way. So Tyler Brodsky had to go through this. Quote, he says, the guy comes barging in yelling, scares my daughters, and somehow thinks they should have been in the men's restroom instead, end quote. Brodsky wrote of the exchange. In a follow-up video, Brodsky explained that when police arrived, they assured both him and his daughters that they did not do anything wrong. They did not break the law, but did explain to all parties how either choice could have been met with negative feedback. Ultimately, the father also revealed that the husband who made the call was asked to leave the facility. So he was asked to leave. Luckily, the man who confronted the dad would not be arrested, but it did cost him his realtor gig. A rep with his real estate agency told TMZ that the man was an independent contractor on a Tripp unaffiliated with the company, and the company decided to no longer use his services because.
And so since he snapped on a father over taking his children to the restroom, young girl children, to the restroom, and because he caused a big old scene, now you lost your job. That's why we have to be mindful of how we react to things and how we behave about things, because other people that maybe have connection to you, like an employer, may see it and think differently than you. There is nothing wrong with that man taking his daughters to the restroom, and everybody would be understandable about why they don't want to take their daughters into the men's restroom. So, well, unfortunate, but he should have behaved differently. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell notification and join the Young Tripp family. And I also want to hear you guys' thoughts on this as well, too. Let's continue.
Their values. A rep with his real estate agency told TMZ that the man was an independent contractor on a Tripp unaffiliated with the company, and the company decided to no longer use his services because their values don't align, whatever the hell that means. But it is interesting. The police had to come and say, okay, listen, first of all, nothing illegal. It's rare that I have a story where the police are the reasonable factor in the whole story. The cops come, they tell both, hey, there's no law broken, nobody's going to jail, nobody did anything wrong. And then they said the most reasonable thing imaginable. No matter which one you choose, you will get some negative feedback for your decision. There you have it.
Yeah, I don't know what this guy wanted this man to do. He was by himself. He wasn't with his wife or his girlfriend or, whatever type of significant other he has with the child's mothers, or with the child's mother, or the children's mother. Or if he's separated from her and now talking to somebody else, or if he's just a single dad, or maybe he's widowed. I mean, there's just so many different situations, or maybe he just wanted to have a father-daughter day. You don't know what people's situations are and why they are alone and why they need to take their own opposite sex children to the restroom, either a father or a mother. You don't know the situation of stuff like that. And calling the police and wasting their time with something like this is absolutely insane. But let me know what y'all think about this. I personally think that he did the right thing. But let me know what y'all think. I'll have the original video pinned at the top of the chat and in a link in the description. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell notification and join the Young Tripp family. If you have any videos that you run across that you want to hear me react to on the channel, post it in my community tab or send it to me over through direct message over on Instagram. Also, come follow me over on Instagram because I post over there as well too. If you have anything personally going on, like some of the things that you've seen on my channel or anything that is like high viral, or any police incidents, or any type of thing that you or your family has gone through, or a person in your family or something like that, or a friend or something like that, that you think that deserves more media coverage and need like multiple activists on it, so you even want me to get on it, send that to me over through direct message over on Instagram. My Instagram will be at the top of the chat, along with the link to the original video, and in the link in the description at the top of the chat, along with the original video, my Instagram as well too. So, and then obviously also the original video will be at the top of the chat, along with my Instagram in the original video, in the pinned comment as well too, and in the link in the description at the top of the chat as well too, the original video in both spots. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell notification, and join the Young Tripp family, and I'll catch you on the next one. And let me know what y'all think about this. Peace.